Hi everyone, this is Carol from the Crafty Emporium. Thank you for joining me today. I just wanted to show you my rose junk journal that I'd made. I'm quite excited about this one for the simple fact that Deb from Junk Journal Jumpers sent out a load of racks and I was lucky enough to receive one, and in it she included some seam binding and I've been able to use it in my closure. I've never used seam binding before, so it was lovely to get some and to be able to use it. This particular journal, so thanks Debs again, but thank you. This particular journal measures 4 3/4 inches by 7 inches, and I've used a couple of printables in it. One from the Cameo shop, Shabby French Ephemera #1, and I've also used two from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, Enchanted Rose Kit II, and Butterfly Kiss Composition Notebook Kit. So let's get started. This particular front cover, the image on the front cover was just from Pinterest, and I'm sorry I don't know whose it was, but I thought it was really pretty. I love the colours in it. So what I did was I layered it onto some craft cardstock with some linen fabric behind which I frayed the edges, cut out the card, machine stitched it in place, put some lace on it, and then these letters came in a pack so I spelt out the words journal with them. I used a metal lock and just stuck that on, and I used a metal key from my collection that I have, and the back is a piece of paper from a paper pack, can't remember whose, and a piece of lace which I've just slightly wrapped around to cover over the stitching. So you just simply slip the key underneath the seam binding and unravel it. Just make sure I'm in shot and go to the inside. So I put a pocket on the inside, which I'd coffee dyed some card, and then I just did a piece of embossed card which I'd stained and cut out a little bit of lace and stuck it on as a tab. But I have to watch because it does just catch on the front sometimes. I put that back in. This was just a piece of paper from a notebook that I'd got, and it was punched along the edges, and I just trimmed it off and then did a bit of stamping. This was a pocket, and I used my die cut and cut it out from my die cut and did some stamping on it. Piece of coffee dyed paper, and then I cut out some heart shapes and again used the seam binding so that acted as a bit of a closure, and put a doily on it so that it just opens up to form like an envelope shape, but you can write on all sides of that, and then you just wrap the seam binding back round to kind of close it and hold it in place, and then that slips under there. This is one of the Cameo shop papers. Here I did some coffee dyed paper and some stenciling. I don't know why, but I actually prefer stenciling to stamping. I think it's because I'm not very good at stamping, maybe. Maybe I need some practice. These were some cards from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And this was a freebie paper. It's so pretty, look. From Ephemera's Vintage Garden, that one. Some lined paper. This was a little page that I designed myself on the computer with some lines on it, so it was easy to journal on. These doilies were from the works, and I just inked the edges, cut out a circle and wrapped it round, and made that into a little tuck spot and a little card. And then this one flips open, and again with some stenciling on the edge. This was a little note card that I stuck in with some handmade washi tape, and then this flips open by spinning that round, and it's just got some papers inside to journal on. one of Ephemera's papers. Pretty colours those. And those are the cards that were in the pack as well, and a little envelope with a button on as a closure, and there's just some coffee dyed paper in there. This was part of a die cut, and I cut it out and cut it down to shape and stuck it on as a pocket, and again did some stenciling on the top. I did punches on the edges to form a decorative lace edge. A little bit of stamping. This is some tissue paper, tracing paper, which I printed on. Did some stenciling on there, some more punch border. Did some stamping there, but I have to say on this paper the ink went right the way through, so I had to do the same image again on the other side to hide the fact that the ink had seeped through. This paper here was actually packing paper from Amazon, and I just stitched two pieces together, top and bottom, to form a pocket and put a doily on, and just another couple of cards. Here I did some stenciling again of the doily. I just placed the doily on top and did some stenciling through it. This is a paper bag, another card and another envelope, again just with some coffee dyed paper inside, and another pearlised button as the closure. This is the centre of the signature, because I only did this book as a single signature, and this was an envelope that I used, and I did some more printing on tracing paper and made it into a double pocket. So I made a pocket out of it and stuck that onto the envelope, and then made it into a double pocket so that you put something behind and something inside. And then of course the envelope itself is also a pocket, and I'll flip over to the other side, and I did the same on the other side, and put some lace on the bottom to just make it pretty. And then when you open it up in the middle, which is the centre of the signature, I did a series of hearts. I don't know if you can see that, so it's three-dimensional, and then I put the little girl tags inside. I thought that was quite pretty. Another paper bag, again with some more cards in. And then this one flips out. Oh, you can't see that. Try again. That one flips out. And then the doily itself also flips out, so that you can write on the back of the doily as well. So people would think that that was a tuck spot, but actually you can flip it out and write on it. Here I did some more doily stencils. Sorry, gone out of shot a bit. And the other side of the pocket with another card in, and I made a little booklet out of some papers that I'd got. Put those back in. And the other side of the doily. Some more stamping. Stamping and stenciling. I did some floral stencils to be very subtle in the background, and a couple of little stamps there at the side of the tracing paper. I did a belly band here which I punched out, and I did an envelope, and I do like this idea of popping the envelopes over the top of the belly band to just hold them in place so that they don't slip out. And then so that one pulls out this way, and there's just a little piece of decorative card in there to journal on. And a little punch circle to act as the closure, and then put a journaling card behind it as well. couple of tags stuck into a little heart tuck, some more of the printable papers, and another envelope, and another card, and another punched belly band. This was the other side of the little printable that I did for myself, and as you can see I stenciled on the page behind it, and when I closed this I thought it looked a bit odd just hiding half of the flower, so I placed the stencil on top and continued doing the stenciling on this so that you see it just matches up. Little tuck pocket here with some lace on, and another card and tag. I do think these are really pretty. A little bit of stenciling and a little bit of stamping. And here I had a paper bag, and I just cut the corners off the paper bag to make them into a tuck spot. Did some stenciling behind on the plain paper, so it means that you can put some larger cards in there when it goes in, or just hold it in place. And another tag, and then this was a large tag that I made, did some stenciling on top. It was just a printed paper pad, cut it out, stuck it onto the back of my card, did some stenciling on the top, and then I stuck it down as a tuck pocket and made a little booklet and put the booklet behind it. Did some papers inside, and then the back pocket the same as the front with another little card inside, which now won't come out, typical, which I just embossed, and I haven't done anything else with that. I do think that sometimes it's not worth completing a full journal in terms of decoration until you actually start to use it, because then you can just keep adding to it. But that's just the way that I'm sort of looking at it. So it was quite a chunky little single signature really. And as I've said in a previous video, I'm not a massive lover of tons and tons of lace, but that's just purely my personal choice. But I do like the punched edges to just give a little bit of a decorative edge. But the next journal that I've done, I have actually, way around, I have actually put some more lace on it. And it does look pretty, but it's a delicate thin lace, but you'll see that soon anyway. So that's my rose journal. So thank you for watching my video on this particular junk journal, and just as the taster for the next video, I'm going to show you this little decorative box that I made. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.